Hey Stampers, welcome to Brandy's Cards. So today I've got a really fun card for you using some of our spring catalog items. You'll notice here we've got the Arrows textured embossing folder, which is super cute. And then right here, this is the Petite Petals. You can buy those in a bundle, which is the stamp set along with the punch. Really cute. Now take a look here. This card, you actually can pull this card all the way out. So you can write your sentiment here and then you can stick it right back in. Now notice the label. The label is from Sale-A-Bration. Are you guys familiar with Sale-A-Bration? Well, it's coming up here at the end of January. It runs through the end of March. It is like the most anticipated, most exciting time for Stampin' Up! Because for every $50 in product that you spend, you get a free exclusive Sale-A-Bration item. So check this out. Here's our Sale-A-Bration catalog. Super cool. Lots of good stuff in here, but I have to show you, I was really excited. I picked out this stamp set right here. It's called You're Lovely, and that's the stamp set that I used to do the label. So this one was one of my favorites, but I also really like the banner punch and the banner stamp set. So those are also items that you can get for free. Another thing on here is if you were thinking about joining Stampin' Up!, joining our Stampin' Up! Family, I'd love the opportunity to share with you all that Stampin' Up! Has to offer. And joining my team of blooms and butterflies during Sale-A-Bration, which is the end of January through March 31st. For an extra it's $99 to join, and you get an extra $25 in free merchandise. So you actually, for $99, you get $150 in merchandise for free. So it is awesome, and this is the time. So we're really excited about this. It's always very exciting. Now the rest of the products, again, the Petite Petals and of course the Arrows, that is in our spring catalog. So if you haven't already gotten a spring catalog from me, let me know. I'll be more than happy to send you both. And if you need an annual catalog, let me know. I can send you that too. I really appreciate the opportunity to answer any questions that you have and earn your business. So I'm going to pull up my Simply Scored. I'm going to put that right up here. And you know, this card is fun. It's flirty. It's got great colors. One of the sentiments that I thought would be really cute on there is from the Petite Pears and sending a kiss. I know lots of you guys are starting to think about Valentine's, and well, I am too, but I just came back from a trip, and so things have been a little crazy, so I'm working on Valentine's. But you could put, you know, sending a kiss on here, and that would be cute. So I have Wild Wasabi. What I'm going to do is I'm going to score it at 1 inch and 4 1/4. Now all of the sizes and dimensions will be on brandyscards.com. And here's a news nugget for you. At the top of brandyscards.com, you'll find a search button. You type in there, let's see, Petite Petals. You can type that in there. You can type Petite Petals, you can type Arrow textured embossing folder, and all of the cards that I've created using those items should pop up. So if you are looking to find this particular project. Now as you can see here, all I did was prep my paper. I'm going to open it back up and I'm going to tear the edge that I scored at 1 inch. I'm going to tear it towards myself because I like that torn edge. I think it looks super cool. You guys know I love that. So there's my torn edge, just as easy as that. And I'm going to pull it back like such, okay? So that's it. Now what I have is I have the Arrows textured embossing folder. If you haven't seen it yet, it's really cool. I wasn't sure that I was going to like it, and I like it a lot. It's funny how when you, it's kind of like that dress that you see on the hanger and you're like, I don't know. But then you like take it out and you put it on and you're like, oh yeah, that is awesome. That's kind of what this one did for me. I really like it a lot. So here we go. I'm going to open this up. Very cool. I love the deep impression in that. And so what I have here now is some Tombow glue. I know some of you guys like snail and various glues. That's totally fine. I like the Tombow because I feel like I work faster. So I'm going to stick this right here in this middle section. I think it's about 3 1/4 wide by 5 1/2 long. And you can see, no big deal. I just kind of stuck it right there in the top. Now what we're going to do is we are going to make a pocket. As you can see here, this is a pocket card. Okay, so you can use sticky strip, You can use mini glue dots. Those would probably be the easiest way to go. But if you don't have those things, no need to worry and no need to rush out and get them. Grab yourself some Tombow glue and just take a really thin layer up each side, because you want your insert to be able to move freely. So I would say just take a small little thin line of Tombow glue and put it in the sides, okay? So then I'm going to take my little Petite Petal punch and I'm just going to stick it right there on the top. And the reason that I do that is so maybe it'll adhere a little faster, because sometimes it'll pull up until it gets dry. So here we have a rose red piece of cardstock and Whisper white. This is the insert. I'm gonna, you could actually stamp a flower on there if you would like, but I'm just gonna glue it straight down on top of my rose red cardstock. So now my insert is done. While this is drying, let's move on to our label. So I have the Your Lovely label from the Sale-A-Bration catalog, and I've got, I think this is Staz-on black. We're gonna stamp it twice, and really what you're looking for is a very clean edge. Don't worry too much about the flower here on the inside. You're looking for a really sharp edge, because that's what's most important on this card. Okay, the next thing you want to do here is I have Happy Birthday Wishes. So I'm going to ink that up in Staz-on black, and I am going to just stamp that right about there. Perfect. See that? Yep, perfect. Yes, you do have to fussy cut this. I apologize. I know I can hear some of you in the background going, oh, she's got us cutting again. Yes, it's fun to cut. It's not too bad. So we're going to cut this out, and then for the beauty of, being prepared, and because of time, I've actually already pre-cut a second one out. But I'm going to go ahead and freehand cut this one. Yes, I did leave a little bit of a lip all the way around it. I don't think you have to actually cut right on the black line. Just kind of very carefully cut close to it, but you don't have to cut right on top of it, okay? So I'm going to set those two things aside. There you have, I have my sentiment, and I have a second piece that I've cut. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to fold the one that does not have the sentiment. I'm going to fold that in half, okay? This piece is what is going to go onto my card. So I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow glue in here, and you're going to put the Tombow glue, it's about, I don't know, maybe less than 1/2 of an inch inside of the folded piece. And you'll go back to your card where you have your pocket created. And what you're going to do is you are going to just tuck it inside this lip, just like that. So it's going to glue on the inside, and it's going to glue on that outside lip, okay? And then what I would do is I would take some Stampin' Dimensionals, and quite honestly, you could put the Stampin' Dimensionals down first, or you can put them down second. It really doesn't matter. It's just kind of, when you get in your groove, what you decide to do, really. So I put 3 Stampin' Dimensionals down. I'm going to fold my flap over. Once I do that, then I can put a 4th Stampin' Dimensional right under the white, the Whisper white piece of the label. Then I can actually see where it's supposed to go. You see that there? Perfect. And the other thing I do want to point out is, don't worry if your flowers aren't perfectly stamped, because we're going to hide those with the Petite Petals this time. So you don't have to worry about that. Now you can see here I've got my Happy Birthday Wish. What I'm going to do is I am going to cut, you could fold these in half, but because this time I chose a bigger sentiment, I'm just going to cut it straight up like that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put your insert inside your card. The reason I'm putting it inside my card first is so that I can accurately do placement. I can line up where I want this to fall, okay? So I think that looks perfect right there, quite honestly. So we're going to put a little Tombow glue on the back of that. And then I'm going to line it up and stick it right to the top of my card. And again, the only reason that you're doing that is for placement. And you see right there is, it looks like the label as if you would have stamped it. So that's exactly what I was going for. Now I'm going to pull in some Whisper White cardstock. I have crushed curry stamp pad, and then the Petite Petals. Now there are several of the Petite Petals in here. Super cute stamp set. You know, just pick the ones that you like. I chose one that is kind of more enclosed. You know, it doesn't have a lot of open space. So we're going to stamp 3 of those, and then I'm going to stamp 2 of the more open petals. And remember, you kind of want to think about the rule of odds. You know, I tried more, and sometimes less is more. And my husband has always told me that less is more, honey. So I would have to agree that in this instance, it definitely makes sense. All right, so here you go. You have got the Petite Petals punch. And what I'm doing is I'm coming in through the back, and I am looking at it, lining it up. And, you know, I really don't worry too much. I mean, if it's not perfectly lined up, I don't know. It doesn't really bother me all that much, but do the best you can. These are actually very, very easy to line up. I really haven't found one that doesn't line up well pretty quickly. So I've punched all these out, and I'm just going to set that aside. Now what I'm going to do is I have 5 little cute little flowers here, Petite Petals. I'm going to pull my insert back out. Okay, I'm going to pull my insert back out, and the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to add a flower. And the reason I wanted to add the flower is because you can see here I have, you know, I have some of the flower from the label, and I don't want that on there. So I'm going to just go ahead and add a flower to hide that. Now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to glue 3 petals down to the other side. There's 1, and here is 2, and it looks like, let's see, here's 2. Looks like I might need to stamp 1 more. I missed one. I missed one. All right, let's stamp 1 more. So that would be 4, 5, 6. I broke the rule. Well, that's okay. You know why? Because, oh, I see what I did is I glued my 1 down there. Okay, well, I'm glad that I did that because I would have ended up going back anyway. So I'm going to actually punch out 2 more. And the reason is because right up here on the top by my sentiment, I can see that when I cut it, I left a little bit of the flower on there. So this will just hide it. You know, never ever throw your projects away. Just improvise, stick something on top of it. Trust me, it works. Nobody knows the difference. And quite honestly, nobody knows what it's supposed to look like. So what we're gonna do is just continue on with what I had planned originally. And I'm gonna glue another piece that is the solid one right there on the top. Now I'm going to take one of the more open flowers, and we're going to glue this here on the inside, and I'm going to glue it so it just hides that little mistake that I forgot to, that I cut wrong. Now you have another open petal. I'm going to stick a Stampin' Dimensional on the back, super easy, and I'm going to pop that up for just a little flare. And here you go. You can see that this lines up perfectly. It says Happy Birthday Wishes, and it looks adorable. Now what can we do to make that even cuter? Well, let's say, how about some jewel rhinestones? We'll add a little bit of jewel rhinestones to it, you know, 2 or 3 of them. I wouldn't go too crazy with it because, you know, the flowers are so pretty. You don't want to take away from the flowers. Now, on the inside, I am going to put a flower on the sentiment, on the flower on the inside, just to add a little something more. So we're basically done with this card, but if you wanted to take it another, you know, the next step further, I have some Stampin' Up! Baker's twine. You can take that, and I really liked wrapping it around the card, and, you know, tuck it under your flower. You want it to go underneath the flower when you do it. And I wrapped it around twice. You could go more if you wanted to, but, you know, twice is probably good enough. So I'm going to just wrap the baker's twine around. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie a bow at the bottom. Super easy, nothing crazy, but it adds a little something more when you go to put the insert inside the card. And another reason that I liked it is because when you know how I cut the sentiment or the label in half, it just really kind of ties it all together nice. I don't know, I just really liked it. And you know, I liked it without it too. I made several thank you notes for my customers and for a few team members without it, without the string too. So it's all personal preference, you know, whatever you like, really. There is no right or wrong way to do this. And so I hope you guys think about that when you're crafting. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Okay, there we go. Cute. I am excited. All right, so here we go. I just trimmed it. My bow is a little catty-wopped there, but you know, it's there. It's cute. We're going to stick it inside the insert, just like that. And we are done. This card is absolutely finished. And the whole idea is just kind of tuck it in here so that it matches like that. And you know, because of the bow, it's going to stick out a little bit. That's okay. I mean, that's totally fine. Love it. So this is a fun card that I made using the Arrows textured embossing folder, the Petite Petals, along with our new exclusive Sale-A-Bration lovely labels, I believe. Is that right? No, You're Lovely. You're Lovely. So it's super cute. I love it. I like it a lot. And I hope that you do too. Hope that you give some of my projects a try and send me an email. Let me know that you've tried them. And I'd love for you to shoot me a picture of one of your projects. I have made about 20 of these cards, and I'd love to send you guys some. So leave me a comment, and I'll just pick a few random comments here and there, and I'll send you guys a card. Okay, I'll email you for your address. So thank you so much for stopping by. Before I go, if you need a spring catalog, let me know. I can drop one in the mail. Sale-A-Bration is going to start at the end of January, and it'll finish up at the end of March. So if you need a Sale-A-Bration catalog, let me know. I do have a spot on my website where you can request a catalog. The only thing that I ask is if you already have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, that you ask your demonstrator. Otherwise, I'm more than happy to send you a catalog and would love the opportunity to earn your business. So thank you for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.